All right, guys, we're going to take a look around this trailer here for Lamesis Williams. You can see it's a simple white Elite trailer. Double LED lights above the 5-foot concession windows, steel wheels. You see the white skin all the way around. We have on the back, we have two 100-pound gas tanks with regulators and hoses. Those are strapped in, ready to go. Up top, you can see the hood exhaust. White skin on around, 36-inch entry door. There's your freshwater fill box and your 36-inch access door on the front. Now we're going to go ahead and finish up with our exterior. The 36-inch access door gives you access to your 25-foot RV cord, which will plug into a generator or shore power. You can see your 100-amp electrical box right there and your 30-gallon freshwater tank. On top, you can see the base of your sink. Over here, we have our hot water heater, and our flow jet pump is right there. And right here will be the plug-in for those things. You can see we have a plug right here, and this is the plug-in for the flow jet pump and for the freshwater and for the water heater. So we're going to plug both those in right now. Even though right now we have no power running this trailer, we're going to plug in power here in just a minute, and that'll be plugged in with that into that 25-foot cord. You can see here also on the exterior is our freshwater fill box. We're going to hook our water hose up right here. If you have direct water, you hook to this outlet. If you're filling up your 30-gallon tank, you fill up through this outlet. This will allow you to get water to your tanks or water directly to your faucets. Now we're going to go inside and check out the interior of this trailer. So we open our door, you can see we start out with our hand wash sink on this side, our 3-compartment sink, our double drawer underneath for our concessions. You see here we've got our 5-foot concession window on the inside. On the side we have a 30-inch stainless steel table with undershelf. Looks like we've got to pull the cover off the undershelf. Here on this end we have our refrigeration unit, 23 cubic foot refrigerator. As we scan back to this side, we have our 4-burner stove with oven, our 24-inch griddle on an equipment stand. It's also stainless and you have an undershelf on it. As we back on and back out, you can see we have two 50-pound fryers as well as a worktop freezer. And we're going to scan up here now and check out our hood system. We have a 8-foot hood system in place, along with a fire suppression system. You can see the lines for the fire suppression system running here to the front. Everything is plugged in. We're going to start testing our electrical now. We're going to plug electrical in, start testing our electrical and our water. So we've got everything hooked back up now. We're going to go ahead and walk through our electrical system. You'll be able to see the lights on this light up every time we check a plug. We're going to go ahead and check this one. Obviously, we probably don't need to because we can hear it running. We're going to walk back here to our refrigerator now. See, the refrigerator right now is at 66 degrees and cooling. We're going to make sure it feels much warmer, much cooler than 66 degrees. We're going to cut it down. All right, we're down to 65 and cooling. And our freezer location right here is down to 63, and we're going to check it again here in just a minute. We're going to go ahead and turn our lights on, check our hood system. You can hear the hood system running in the background clearly. We're going to need that in just a minute when we start checking our gas lines. We're going to check all of our lights. Our overhead lights are functional. And we're going to walk in here and check our LED lights. This LED light is functional. And we're getting ready to replace it actually with a new one. So walk over here to the other side. You can see we have LED lights that work over here. We're going to go ahead and check our countertop while we're here. We're going to have to adjust the countertop, obviously. window is now open. Concession window is now up and open. I'm going to turn off our electrical now. And we're going to begin talking about our gas lines. So as we get started to checking our gas lines, I want to just remind everybody that anytime you're using your gas appliances, make sure you turn your hood system on. As you see, the hood system now is functioning, lights are on. So now we're going to go out and turn our gas lines on to the trailer. So as we walk out here, we've already hooked a temporary tank up to this that is actually full. So you can see right here, you have your regulator and your shutoff valve. We're going to turn the shutoff valve on. On this side, you can see a regulator that is currently hooked up to one of your permanent tanks. In order to turn this tank on, you need to turn this valve open to open it up, and then turn this valve on. Now, as long as this valve goes across the line, then that valve has that line shut off. Once it goes in line with the valve, the line is open. Now, we've turned it on, so we're going to walk back in here now and start our gas test. So, all of these appliances are standard. They do not need to be force-fed in order to light. And that's one important thing to remember. So anytime you're lighting your appliances, one, make sure that all of your knobs are off. As you can see, the knobs on this are off. And then we simply need to light the pilot light. Now behind each burner, you can see right here, there is a pilot light location. And the only thing we need to do is, oh, look at that, very quickly. Just light our pilot light. There we go. Most of the time, these fire up very quickly and easily. You can see in each one of these, the pilot light is lit. Now these burners will be tied down in just a moment. We use a baling wire to tie them down to the frames, so we do not have to worry about having issues with the eyes popping out of their sockets. So we're going to turn these on now. We'll be able to see the burners fire up. And these are all pretty simple. It's just simply a turn the burner on, the burner come up. Now we're not going to leave it on because it's very hot, so we're going to turn these back off. Now, even when you turn these off, keep in mind there's always going to be a small amount of gas coming out because the pilot lights are lit. As long as the pilot lights are lit, your hood system needs to remain on. So you can see here we're looking at our 24-inch griddle. Now I have the knobs turned off. These adjustments right here control the amount of gas that goes to your pilot light. Now, in order to find your pilot light, you just simply have to go under here and track down your hose. There's your hose, and then light. And I don't know that you can see it lit easily. You'll be able to see a little flame through there burning. And of course, we're going to do the exact same thing here. And that one's also lit now. Now, in order to see the burners come on, the only thing we have to do is turn these knobs right here. We'll turn that on, and you'll be able to see the burner fire up. There's the burner firing up. So that one's perfectly functional. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to turn the knob on. And there's our burner firing up. So that one's working perfectly well. Now remember, this is still, while this unit is no longer on, the unit is still working. Now we're going to put our grease tray back in. I tell everyone, be sure to leave your grease tray in most cases. We do have to take it out, or it makes it easier to take it out to get to your lighting point, but in reality you do need to leave it in most cases. So as we move over to the fryers, we have two 50-pound fryers here. These two 50-pound fryers have the exact same system in the front. If you open them up, they have a grease drain valve on the front, a pilot light switch down here on the bottom, and your knob right here. Now normally, when you would open these up, this would be in here. I've already removed these. This is a guard to keep the flames from the burner from coming back on you, and you can still get right underneath this guard to light your pilot light. Now I'm going to take the guard off so we can see the pilot light well. Now in order to light these pilot lights, you do have to have both hands. You're going to have to come down here where this is on the off position. You're going to turn it to the pilot position. And then you'll have to hold it in order to release gas to light your pilot light. So we're going to try that now. Now you can see I have the pilot light lit at this point. You do have to hold the button sometimes for a minute just to make sure that the pilot light's going to stay lit. Sometimes it takes a second to get the air out of the lines. That one is in good shape. Now in order to start this unit, we have to turn it over to on. Now before I turn it to on, I tell everybody to check this knob. You'll be able to hear it click. That means that the knob is functioning to cut your unit on and off. So now we're going to come down here, we're going to turn our pilot light to on, and then we're going to come back up here and test our burners. So we're going to turn it on, and you can see the burners firing. These things get very hot very quickly, so I tell everyone, be very careful. Now this one, in your fryer case, you can actually cut this pilot light off. So we'll go right down here to this, we can turn it back over to pilot, and then push in and turn to off. And that will turn your pilot light off. Now I tell everybody, make sure that you keep this on here. There's zero reason to have it off. We just take it off to show lighting the appliance. So we're going to go over here and light our secondary fryer. And of course this one's identical on the inside. Still has the grease drain valve. Still has your same standard plug. Now I'm going to test this one before I start. And then we have the pilot light set here and the knob down here. So we're going to start out. We're going to turn our knob to the pilot setting, and then we're going to try to light our burner. All right, we've let the hot water run now for just a minute, so we're going to go ahead and turn the hot water on here and check our temperature. We're 95, 97. Already up to 100 degrees. All right. So the hot water heater is functioning perfectly well. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the fire suppression system. As you can see here, you have your tank for your fire suppression system, as well as the head right above the door. Now as you walk across, you see your fire suppression system runs above all of your appliances, down your hood system. And the point of this is to spray out a chemical that will put out any fires you have in your cooking appliances or on your cooking supply or surfaces. So your fire suppression system is very easy to navigate, easy to operate. Behind your gas appliances, there's a shutoff valve that connects to this fire suppression system that allows the system to cut the flow of gas off if you trigger the fire suppression. Now your fire suppression is triggered very simply. You can see right here, you have a pin. You have to pull the pin out and release the lever, which then needs to be swung to the left. Once you swing that lever to the left, it will activate your fire suppression system, and you need to be exiting the trailer at that point until any flames are extinguished. And this will be a very quick process, and it will cut off all gas flow to your trailer. If you have any questions about your fire suppression system, please be sure and let us know. Now, when you get this to your local area for setup, be sure to have your local fire marshal or health inspector check out your fire suppression system and activate it, so you will be ready to go and be comfortable knowing that you do not have to worry about any types of fire inside your unit. Now that we've been through the testing processes on your trailer, if you have any further questions, be sure to let us know. I hope you enjoy your trailer. I hope it works out fantastic and you make a lot of money with it.